today is the 1st of October. Now, you guys might not really understand what my obsession with the 1st of October is and why I think it's such a big deal that this month, above most months in the year, or why this is such a point, like an important month in the year. And I just really wanted to explain it. It's not just because it's Halloween, contrary to popular belief. The 1st of October is it's the first day of the last 3 months of the year. Okay, so it's the last billing quarter of the year. Now, depending on how your financial accounts work, depending on when your year end and stuff works, for some of you it will be your year end at the end of December. For one of my companies, for my rent to rent company, our year end is the 15th of December, so we roll that to the end of December. Now, for my other businesses, generally my year end is actually the end of July, which I roll in with my birthday month, so that's why we have quite a good month in July. That's generally our like big push at the end of the year. But the 1st of October is important. Let's see if I can wedge my phone up actually. Hold on. I'm basically at the bottom of the village, so if anyone walks past me, they'll think I'm crazy. I've got coffee and a dog and a phone on a gate. Never mind. So the 1st of October, basically, the reason why it's so important in our industry is because everything has a pipeline to it. Yeah. So with, let's say, rent to rent deal. Okay. You can do a rent to rent deal really quickly. You can. You know, the quickest one I've ever done is 2 days, 48 hours from conversation to fee in the bank. But most deals that you're going to do have a pipeline, like a time frame that you have to wait from the point you talk to them the first time through to the point that you pick up the keys, and then you've got another period of time between from when you pick up the keys, getting it dressed and ready and advertised and viewings done, and then you've got tenants need to give notice on where they're living before they can physically move in most of the time. Not all of the time, but most of the time, right? So for our industry, and also with like flips and purchases and things like that, conveyancing is like 10 to 12 weeks. So what that means in reality is if you don't do work this week, next week and the week after, even the 4th week of October, we kind of lost it because of Christmas. No one works over Christmas in our industry, right? So if you don't put the work in, I was going to swear then, I won't. If you don't put the work in this week, next week and the week after to build a pipeline that you can then chase down for the rest of the year, then what you're doing is you're volunteering your billing to move to next year. And whilst some deals will be quicker, yes, some of you will say to me, well, actually, I've done a deal and it took me a few days, and that does happen. So I don't want to like terrify you and say it's impossible for you to build this side of Christmas. But the reality is, for you to actually be starting to make profit, typically the time frames is around 3 months. A month to get it, a month to dress it, a month to fill it, a month to make profit. Yeah, a month to get your money back. So the reason why the last 90 days of the year are so important to me, and why yesterday's month end was quite a long reflective day the one-to-one clients I have, we did our last 90 day plan for the next 90 days of the year. My dog's tangled me up on my lead, hold on. We did Zooms, and actually I did one of them face to face on the whiteboard. I did my own month end reflection yesterday and planned the next 90 days, and actually planned in reality what's likely to hit this side of Christmas. Because whilst I hate saying the C word, because everybody's going to hate me for saying the C word so early in the morning on the 1st of October, because it's not even Halloween yet, right? But business people, okay, think like a businesswoman, think like a businessman. Business people are pipelining 3, 6, 9, 12 months in advance, okay? So my job in this community is to get you thinking like business people, is to get you out of being employed and being employees where you basically work month to month to month. Obviously some of us with sales and things like that, you're forecasting, but generally you work month to month because that's when you get paid, right? Month to month. So as a business person, your responsibility, as a business owner, your responsibility is to plan the output of your business. And so at this point in the year, whether you did it yesterday or you do it today, it's really, really important that you basically define what success looks like to you by the end of 2020. Now, obviously, this year's been a fucking shit show, as we know, right? But don't let the shit show define your results, because it doesn't need to. You know, I've had one of the best billing years I've ever had in the middle of a pandemic where I've not been able to meet anybody because we just did things a little bit differently. We just planned a little bit differently, right? Now, yes, our revenues have been hit by things like rentals and people losing their job, and we've had to kind of plan around that. Sorry, my dog's clearly sniffed something in the bush. She's trying to get in the bush. We've had to plan around that. We've had to think and allow for that. And what's good is it's proven, for me anyway, the way that we do, especially rent-to-rent numbers, the fact that we factor in voids every single month, and we've built up a buffer for that. We had a pot of money in the bank that basically has covered all the things like that. There's been a couple of tenants we've been able to say to them, well, look, just don't pay your rent for that month. We'll let you off because it's going to take too long to get back on top of things. That creates loads of stress, and no one wants to add stress to people's lives, right? And when we don't need to. That's good business operation. That's business that's been planned in advance. We've factored in all eventualities, and we couldn't factor in a pandemic. Obviously, nobody could have done that. But we've factored in things going wrong, and it's really important that at this point in the year, that, again, like with any month end, you kind of write off what's been. It doesn't really matter now. You've got to look forward. You've got to progress, move forward, right? So if you've not done it yet, and I know that some of you still aren't doing month end, because if you were, you'd be reporting it into me because you'd feel really excited and motivated and like ready to go. So I know that not everybody's doing it. Please take this opportunity today, okay? Or even if it's got to wait till the weekend because of work and stuff, then do that. Define what success looks like to you in the next 91 days, whatever it is for the end of the year. Decide what it is you're going to do to make that success a non-negotiable. Now, like for some of my clients, one of my clients got a personal goal, a fitness goal, and a property goal, yeah? Other clients of mine have just got purely property, and others that, you know, I help other people build other types of businesses, coaching companies, online businesses and things like that. They've got revenue goals, but they've also got like social media goals in terms of followers, exposure, content, these sorts of things. Think bigger than just billing. It's not just about money, yeah? Think bigger than that. Take the time today to really think about what success looks like to you. And I want you to tell me today, whether you private message me, I don't mind. If you don't want to put it public, that's absolutely fine. WhatsApp me if you've got my number, or private message me. I really want to know where we're heading so that I can make sure that the content I put out is going to help you to do that over the next 90 days. Have an amazing day, guys. Happy October. I'll catch you soon.